All right, welcome to Black Girl Say Something, where this black girl has something to say today, and it is a special day. My second child, but my only son, my favorite son, my firstborn son, is 11 years old today. On this day, a Libra like myself gave birth to a Leo. Leos are fire signs. Oh, I birthed the fire. It's like fire. Shot up in my bones. Anywho, with that being said, where's my kitchen scissors? It's like it's so much to remember. What's Libras? Water, air?
We're both air signs.
That's why this is happening to us?
I don't know. As somebody with no fire placement, I really don't know what to do.
Yeah, so I went to Publix. Publix, shout me out, boo. Got him some cupcakes. I'm going to take one cupcake to his school. It's a new school year, and he goes to a micro school, and they have a lot of new students. So they was like, oh, we it's too short notice to make an announcement of who can have cupcakes and who can't. All right, cool. But he getting a cupcake. And a couple of his favorite teachers are getting a cupcake. And that's on who, period, okay? So happy birthday to my son. He's 11 years old today. And it's been 11 years of learning. 11 years of... First of all, let's start from the beginning. He breastfed for 4.5 years. I'm using my kitchen scissors. I always get my kids flowers. More specifically, I get my son flowers when it's special moments in his life so he can appreciate receiving flowers. Because they say boys don't get flowers until they dead. So give your sons flowers, okay? So he's going to come home to the bouquet on the table. We still have our Christmas tree up. So I'll show y'all what that looked like in a little bit when I'm done with this. But we still have our Christmas tree up, and the Christmas tree is decorated with his initials, with his name, as well as a theme of his choice, which is gaming. We've had the tree up now going on 2 years. Like, I was going to take it down, and everybody's like, keep it up, because it kind of keeps us knowing what day and time it, like what month we're in, what season we're in. And it also gives me something to do, so I enjoy it. So it'll be his tree until... Honestly, I'll just keep it up. I don't be putting red, white, and blue on my tree like Labor Day or 4th of July. So I'm ready to put fall on my tree September. So the tree will be up with his birthday until maybe mid-September, like after Labor Day. And then I'll start putting fall on the tree. And then it will be fall until Christmas. But yeah, give your sons flowers. That's the message of the day. Because this black girl has something to say. Also, I did post a heartfelt episode. You know, we post an episode of the podcast every Friday. 5 o'clock this morning, I had to go charge my car. So I was like, let me record a podcast episode. Because I recorded one for my daughter. Her birthday was on International Women's Day, which just so happened to fall on a Friday. Was it a Friday? Yeah, I think so. So she got a birthday episode. So I definitely wanted to give him a birthday episode. Because at some point... they will listen to the podcast and they'll hear, dang, that's crazy. You know, as a parent, we have to show up and be there for our children. No matter what. We don't get, just like they don't get to choose the family, we don't get to choose the kid, right? We just have to be who we are as adults. And that's the message of the day. That is the message of the day. The flowers were buy one, get one free. I'm hoping to get some rose water at the end of this. So I have to make sure to get the reddest of the reddest roses. We don't have anything that I can stir this with. That's long. I have a long straw in here that I'll be using. I'll just use this. So now here's the first set of roses. When y'all get a chance, check my TikTok showcase. I'll be draft dumping. I'm draft dumping and I'm probably going to take a break. draft dumping, and I'm probably going to take a break. Look at that. They're so pretty. Something about flowers just makes you feel better. I try not to cry on my kid's birthday because I'm a crybaby. It's like, yeah, they're growing up. They're up. The up is up. My son started middle school. I guess I can do a story time, a birth story time. He's 11 today. 6 hours of labor. They say a second one. Does labor get easier? I don't know. It's different with each child. But 14 hours of labor with my daughter compared to 6 hours of labor with my son, let's just say that's a better feat. The day, I worked till the date of maternity leave. So my last day of work was like a Saturday. So all I had was Sunday to prepare for labor, which I'm a very prepared, prior preparation type of girl. Okay. So, you know, my bag was already packed and I was ready to rock it and rolling. And so that was Sunday. And it was also going to be my daughter's first day of pre-K. Because nobody talks about the drastic change. And maybe they do. But the drastic change that happens from having one child to your second child. And I had this conversation as recent. Oh, why does food feel like it got water in it? Oh. It shouldn't have water. But the drastic change that happens from going from one child to two children. And I only recently had this conversation with a friend of mine. A year ago I had this conversation with her because her kids are 13 years apart. And she, last year when I was getting ready to go to aid her in labor and delivery, I'm not a doula or anything, but I'm a breastfeeding counselor. And she wanted me there. And so being there was amazing because, you know, a woman's body is amazing. Giving birth is such a, it's not the only thing that our bodies do, but it's one of the ones that's like life-changing. It's life-bringing. It's all of these different types of things. I cut these two, so I want to cut them a little shorter. Don't worry, it's going to get full because I got another bouquet I have to slay up on and take care of. But the drastic change that happens from one kid to two kids is crazy. And for me, it's like having them 4 years apart and him being born. Her first day of pre-K was like I took her to school and to that person who said, "You gonna have that baby today." First of all, I was supposed to have him on the 21st. I had planned for the 21st. So having him, I often say having him taught me two things. One, patience. I feel like I'm more patient now. And two, nothing is as it seems. Nothing is as it seems. And I say that because when I went into labor, I didn't know I had went into labor because I was anticipating my water breaking at that far in the stage. So I didn't know I was in labor. I get to the hospital and it's like, "You're 10." Labor because I was anticipating my water breaking at that far in the stage. So I didn't know I was in labor. I get to the hospital and it's like, "You're 10. What do you mean 10 centimeters? Ma'am. I just got here." Because, again, nothing is as it seems. Everything's different. You having a child at a different phase in your life, a different age in your life. This is only your second child you're giving birth to. Ma'am, you can't expect it to be like how it was when you was pregnant with your daughter. So I'm like, 10 centimeters. Let me back up a little bit. At the time, we were living with my mom. My mom went to work. My brother was just coming home from work, I think. His night job. He worked at nights. One of my younger brothers. I had just dropped my daughter to her first day of pre-K. Her dad was at work. Were we married? Yeah, we were married at the time. And I'm like, okay. I'm going to go take me a shower. I'm going to lay down and chill. Watch me some Law and Order SVU. You know, I love that show. I was like, I'm going to lay down. I'm going to chill. I'm going to have me my bagel and hot dog. That was my thing. I had to have a cinnamon raisin bagel with peanut butter and a hot dog. And I'm like, all right, cool. While I'm taking a shower, I let out a scream. Ah! My brother come in, he like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." I'm good. I was not, in fact, good. Plot twist. Like, yeah, I'm good. Bro, I got this. I'm good. He like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. So he goes, I think he had just came home from the gym. So he like, I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm like, all right. I'm getting my food together because I had already put the hot dog on real quick. Took that off. Throw my bagel in the toaster. I'm hungry. I'm like, at this point, I should have kind of known I was in labor, because don't nothing make you more hungry than going in labor. I'm starving, and I'm like, damn, I'm so hungry. Whole time I'm in labor, y'all, I don't know. Because with my daughter, my labor had to be induced because I was having contractions that were 1 minute apart, lasting for 6 minutes. Again, my son taught me nothing is as it seems. Nothing is as it seems. And to be patient. Why to be patient? Because every time I went to the doctor, they pushing back my due date. Because he was growing at a rate that, and with boys, you know, you definitely want to keep them to date. Not like with a girl. Like girls can usually girls as preemies thrive. That's why when you have a twin, and people have to have twins early because, you know, they have them by C-section. Usually the boy is a little bit bigger than the girl. So they moved my due date a couple times. I remember my original due date with him was like August 7th. All right, cool. Then I got the 14th. Then they gave me the 21st. I said, wait a minute now. What's going on here? And my birthday's October 21st. So I'm like, oh, him being born on the 21st. 21 is my favorite number. That would be so cool. So I'm planning for him to come on the 21st. Nothing more, nothing less. I also worked out to the last day. Not worked out, but went to work up until the last day of maternity leave because I was already counting how much money I was going to have because I had also paid into short-term disability once my vacation time and everything run out so I can get paid for my maternity leave. I think I want to cut these shorter so that they're in here like this. Anywho, so yeah, that's what took place, and I was just like, OMG. I also have a paper bag if you ever want to keep your rose petals. I have, and it smells so good. I have a paper bag of rose petals, and the ones that fall off, I just kind of throw them in here so that they can dry out. So yeah, it's my son's birthday today, and I'm talking my labor and delivery story. So anywho, yeah, he taught me patience. And this is funny because it's like you learn some things before the kid even gets here. Patience, and nothing is as it seems. So I'm in labor. I didn't know I was in labor. My brother, I'm like, just take me to the hospital. Just take me to the hospital. I tell my little brother, just take me to the hospital. And he's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. I said, they probably just going to send me back home anyways because it's so close. Nothing is as it seems. That's the theme. Nothing is as it seems. I said, they're probably going to send me back home anyways. Baby, that lady say, when we got to the hospital, the more he's driving, the more when the road hit the bump, it hurt. So I'm like, dude, just slow down. I don't know. He like, I'm driving slow, but also putting time in perspective. He had what kind of car was that? It was a Monte Carlo on these 22, 24-inch rims. So the car didn't have the best, smoothest ride. It was a car that my stepdad left behind, and he had it. So, $350? $350? Yeah. Had to turn on the oven for my sister. So, yeah, so he's like, okay, we get there. I can't, now I feel like my legs are numb. I can't get out the car. Y'all, I didn't know I was in full-on active labor. I get out the car, and they're like, and this is a story I've told my son because I feel like if more parents share with their boys their labor and delivery story, then your son can understand the magnitude of what it takes for a woman to have a baby. So this way, he can make the decision as a grown-up, a grown man, when he grows up, and understand the value of a woman having your child, right? Because we see so much right now on social media and in social media spaces where men would say, you know, they would rather have a kid than to get married, which I don't know when that became a thing. I always thought marriage, having a kid is more serious than getting married, but that's another topic for another day. Anywho, I'm talking my labor and delivery story. So here's the flower. So he's going to come onto this bouquet. I got him some stuff. Oh, I should have packed it and showed y'all, huh? I got some cupcakes. They say I can't bring cupcakes for everybody. And I was trying to get him a singular cupcake. And Publix did not have a singular cupcake. So I got 6 because I'm going to give him one and I'll give a couple of the teachers one. Too bad, so sad for the other kids. Because they said that they didn't make an announcement that a parent was going to bring cupcakes. Which I understand because my daughter has food allergies. And some people don't like their kids to have stuff that have gluten and eggs and stuff. My daughter's also allergic to eggs, but she can have cake. She's allergic to whole eggs, which is more of like an organic allergy. Anywho, so I get to the hospital. When I get there, they like, Mama, you're not going home. You having this baby today. Nothing is as it seems. So I'm like, they check me. They like, you tensing me. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm not ready. Here go my brother because he's younger than me. At the time I'm having my son, I'm like 27. My brother's like 25, 24, and he's like, yeah, he's 24. So he was like, oh, he said, but you knew this day was coming. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. So a girl who I hadn't talked to in a while called me to check on me because the last time we did a pop-up shop, this pregnancy I also carried very big. I went from 145 pounds to 202 pounds. So that pregnancy I carried very big. I was all baby. Okay, with my daughter I went from 120 to 170. Cute. I like my size at 170. After having her, my body settled in, I was a cute 145 to 150. With my son I went from 145 to 202, 201, and all baby. So this girl, she called me because I want to say when I was about 6 months I was huge. And I can show y'all a picture of me at a pop-up shop. And I was sitting down and she called me. She was like, girl, how you doing? You had the baby yet? And I'm like, girl, no, I'm actually in active labor right now. What's crazy is I'm trying to call my husband and he's not answering, but he worked at a warehouse at the time. And I was like, I'm calling the warehouse job and they not answering the phone either. So I called the warehouse and when I'm on the phone, calling, it wasn't going through. They had the phone must be off the hook or something. And the girl called and it just so happened whatever area he was within the warehouse, the phone picks up. They answer. She tells him, your wife having a baby. She at the hospital now. Told him the hospital. So he didn't work far from there. My mom wasn't answering the phone. Mind you, she had just gotten to work. Everybody thinking that they was just going to have a regular day. Nothing is as it seems. So turn around, everybody comes. They get there within maybe, they wasn't there long and I had the baby. I don't know what took everybody so long to come. That's another thing. It's like time, world, stop. Carry on. It's like everything just shifts. And so, yeah, that's what took place. You know, that's what happened. And I had him and I brought this kid in the world. And I just was like, oh, wow. And I remember looking up and his dad was crying. And I don't know if this is weird or whatever, but it was like he was crying and he was like, it's almost like you gave birth to me. And I'm like, I don't know. You know, that was weird. But it's my son's birthday. I got him some cupcakes. We're going to take that to school. I got him this. And let me show y'all what I got for him. Oh, and by the way, Dollar Tree, I got a bone to pick with you. Because why at Dollar Tree? So Dollar Tree is doing this thing. Hey, she ready? So Dollar Tree is doing this thing where they put in red dots on the thing. So I get to the register and I say to the guy, what's up with that? Why y'all got red dots on it? Do that mean it's 50% off? Because red dot mean like clearance, right? He's like, no, that just means it's not $1.25. So I say, how do I know how much it is? He said, you don't know till you get to the registers. It might be $150 or it might be $175. So this is what I got for my son. Happy Cake Day. I bought 2 bags because they only came in 2. Recycle, reuse, reduce. I'm reusing some paper. I got him a card. The card was, I gotta look. But I spent $25 at Dollar Tree, y'all. He's 11. Look how cute this card is. 11 years. And I wasn't going to get him a card because usually you can't find a card for the odd number age years. And I walked down the aisle and boom, this card, and this was the last one. So it was meant to be. I got him this. And he likes squishy fidget thingies. So I got him that as well. Uh-oh, what happened? Yeah. And then I got him this squishy thingy. And I got him a turtle. Because this is a candy him and I like a lot together. So that is his gift. I didn't put anything in the card, but he know my heart, you know. So this is when for when he come home, because we were supposed to, him and I, remember he won tickets from the library to go to IMAX theater because he did the most reading. He and I were supposed to go to the movies today, but I started the job last week, so I have to work this evening. So when he gets home, when my sister picks him up from school, he's gonna have this, and he got some birthday money, so he already was telling her to buy him a Happy Meal and bring it when she picks him up. But I'm gonna buy the Happy Meal and take it to his school with a cupcake, and he'll come home to his gift and some roses. What else did I get from Dollar Tree? Let me show y'all. So the bag came with 2 bags. We're having him a little party Saturday, so this is like double-sided sticky tape for the balloons. Of course, I had to buy more candles. I keep candles, but I can't find the blue ones. Like, I have pink ones for my daughter, and I couldn't find the blue ones for him. He really likes yellow, but whenever they don't have yellow, he's like, I can get blue. And look at this, y'all. I got this from Dollar Tree as well. So this done turned into a Dollar Tree haul. But I got this, too, and it's to make a balloon arch. So I had bought him some stuff from Family Dollar that was on clearance, 89 cents, 69 cents. And it's like a birthday pack that has the game theme. And so it's to make a balloon arch. So I'm going to give that an attempt. So y'all will see me do a balloon arch for his birthday party. And then I got some tablecloths because the thing is, when Dollar Tree was $1, I remember when stuff like this, the plastic stuff, was 50 cents. So I have all of that stuff. Like, we're going to make tea in a pitcher. I have cups. I have all of that. But I didn't have certain tablecloths. Like, I have solid generic colors. So I saw this, so I picked this one up. Because I feel like this will go good with his theme. And then this will be for the gift table. This little iridescent color-coded one. Nice. At least she was able to get him something. He will love it when he gets home from school. Yes, he will. He like his mama child. We love a good stuff. We love a good something. So I'm going to make sure to have at least 1 candle so he can do... it's 17 candles in here. So for his birthday party, he'll have the... 15 candles, and his photographer auntie is out of town right now. So when she gets back, he'll be 11. So he was like, then he'll do his photo shoot for his birthday. We saw a concept on Instagram for him to do. So that's what we got going on. So yeah, so I have the stuff for his birthday. I have to go put this in my room because he don't know that I got stuff for this birthday party. He think we just doing, like, his friends just coming over and it's just gonna be a chill vibe. It's actually going to be decorated and everything. He don't even know. So let me make sure to put 1 candle in here. And I got to make sure I get the lighter. So he can just have like 1 candle to blow out for his happy birthday to you. I'm going to just put it... If I put it back here, will this still close? Yes. This pink cupcake want to give me problems. She finna get 8. The pink cupcake want to give me problems. I said she finna get 8. Oh, and then we have a running theme where we always say, my son gets everything. It's no matter his birthday. He always gets something for free on his birthday. One time we was in the Bahamas. That was for his 9th birthday. We were in the Bahamas. The lady knew it was his birthday. He had on a birthday cruise hat. And he was picking up a bunch of stuff, and he paid for what he wanted to pay for his birthday. And she was like, it's your birthday today? And he was like, yeah. She said, like, today is your birthday? And it was the 19th. We was in the Bahamas. We just came back from swimming with the damn stingrays. That was scary as hell. We just came back from swimming with the stingrays, and she said, it's your birthday today? I'm like, he's like, yeah, it's my birthday today, August 19th. And she gave him something for free. I think he still have it. Yep. He got this for free. Happy birthday. We was at Half Moon Cake. So today I'm at Dollar Tree and I showed y'all I bought him the turtle candy, and the guy was like, "Oh, this personal, this for you, huh?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "No." He said, "This personal. I'm not gonna put that in the bag. That don't belong in the bag because you can eat that right now." And he was just making conversation, and I was like, "Actually, no, it's a gift, so you can put it in the bag." And I said, "It's for my son. It's his birthday today. He turning 11." And he was like, "Oh, that's what's up." He was like, "Is that your only one?" And I was like, "No, I have an older daughter. She's 15." And he was like, "Oh, but that's your baby boy." And I said, "He's such a grown man." He said, "How you get a little kid to like old people candy?" I say, "Turtles is old people candy." He's like, "Yeah, Turtles is old people candy." I said, "He like a lot of old people candy, and I think he just like candy." And he was like, "That's so crazy." And I paid my $25 at Dollar Tree for that little bit of stuff I just showed y'all. And he was like, "Hold on one second. Don't leave." And I ended up putting my phone on record because I'm like, why this man talking about don't leave? Why he went and got a balloon, and he was like, "Give this to your son for his birthday." My son, 8/19 is, I don't know. I always felt like 8/19 was a lucky day. Ever since I had him, because he always gets something for free for his birthday. Last year when we were in New Orleans, he got something for free on his birthday. We went to this little praline spot. Matter of fact, we was at the shops and we went to Loretta's, one of the Loretta's locations. We went to Loretta's, and it's inside like an outdoor flea market type of place. And when we went there, they was closed, so we ended up stopping at this other place because he wanted Dippin' Dots. And the guy gave him an additional Dippin' Dots for free and a little tiny baby hot sauce. He gave him a little tiny hot sauce. Now, mind you, it's just like he always getting something. And there's so many other ones that I'm sure he can remember where he always gets something for free. For his 4th birthday, I could go back as far as his 4th birthday. That was our first trip. He wanted to go. He was like, he turning 4. He's like, "I want to go on a plane for my birthday." He goes on a plane for his birthday. We get on the plane. They gave him, back up a little bit, I ended up meeting a flight attendant supervisor for Delta, the Delta hub that's here. He was my customer at this place where I was working, where I would do glasses. I was an optician working at a place. Even though I had my own business, I was working at this place part-time. And somehow, you fit in the man with the glasses. He telling me what he does. I'm telling him, that's funny, because I'm taking my son on his first plane ride. We're going to New Orleans. No, we're going to Atlanta because I had looked up flights. First flight for a kid is short, 1 hour. No, not too big of a deal. And he comes back on my day off and gives the people who work at my job, they was hating so bad. Oh, this one lady was hating so bad. But he comes back and he gives my son a captain's hat, a Delta pen, and his business card with a little message on the back. And when we got on the plane, we gave them that business card. Let me tell you something. We was sitting, even though the flight that I booked was so cheap that we was sitting to the back of the plane, baby, you couldn't tell us we wasn't in first class. They treated us like, oh my goodness, it was so good. They were so nice. They gave him extra, Biscoff cookies, extra. They gave us a case. Like, instead of opening it, they just gave us like the pack of the Biscoff cookies. 2 of those, extra ginger ales. Like, first of all, he came on there, his book bag ain't had nothing in it but an iPad. He left with all type of stuff in his book bag. And then he was sleepy, so he didn't get to take a picture in the cockpit. But the pilot even had wished him a happy birthday on the plane. So he's no stranger to getting free things on his birthday. Like, people be going to where he going to all the different places to pick up their free stuff. No, wherever he go, on 8/19, ever since, when people find out that it's his birthday, he gets something. So I, definitely luck is on him, and I like that for him, and I'm happy and humble to know that I'm giving birth to that. So anywho, that's enough. I'm going to get off of here. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna recap it over on the YouTube tube. And y'all know, tune into Black Girl Say Something every single Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe over on Patreon. We have some exclusive content over there. Like us on Facebook. Of course, if you're following us here, follow us. If you're not, why not? Why you not? But happy birthday to my planet. He's in a planet all of his own. We call my daughter Layla's World. He's LJ Planet. And together they make up the galaxy. And yeah, that's all I got. I said I wasn't gonna cry today, but I already did, so I'm good. Until next time, y'all. I'ma holla at y'all. Let's see. I'ma holla at y'all.